Capstan dropped a new album, The Mosaic.
Yes.
We sat down with Capstan. You can go check it out. It is out now. It was a great conversation. Awesome record. We did that interview like ages ago.
A long time ago.
So like at least like 2 months ago. So we've been sitting on the record with them, granted for only like fucking 2 months. So being able to revisit it 2 months after the interview, after my first and second time listening to it, um, was a it solidified my opinion in the record, which I had had since the beginning, even with the singles before we had the advance, was this is a good fucking record.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I love the record. A side is my favorite. The first half of the tracks, I think, is the best part of the record. I love it. An Open Letter, which is not the fastest song on the record, but I still do really enjoy it. I think the vocals are incredible on it, so I fucking love it. Haley, Bloom, and Before An Open Letter, Undertow are my favorite. As I said, A side of the record, I think it's fucking incredible. The record is an hour long.
Mm-hmm. It's 18 tracks.
Like an hour and 20 minutes. An hour and 2 minutes. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
hour and 2 minutes. It has 18 songs. I am the type of person, I don't have like an awful attention, like level attention span. Thank you. I don't have an awful attention span. I'm not on the fucking TikTok, like I watch long form videos and shit. I was struggling with this record. But again, that's me. Once it got to kind of like that 45-minute mark, I started checking the track list to kind of see like where I was. Again, this is like my third listen, so I know which song is next. I kind of know what to expect. So I kind of already had that surprise aspect taken away from me because I had already listened to it 2 times before this third time today.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because it's an hour long. Most of the albums that I listen to usually cap at 45 minutes. So that's why kind of near that point, I was kind of like, where do we land on the track listing right now? What's the ETA? Even with that, I still did enjoy the record completely. I think it's solid. I named my favorites already, but genuinely, I fucking love this record. My favorite, again, in addition to all of those, my all-time favorite, my favorite single is the What You Want with Ollie. I forgot to mention that as well. I fucking love that. And Oliver Baxter's a fucking great vocalist. Very nostalgic for me since, Broadside was one of the first bands that I really got into when I was younger.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I also enjoyed the record. It is quite the beast. But I've listened to it a bunch, handful of times before it came out, a couple of times since it's come out. And one thing that has changed for me since the first time I listened to it was kind of feeling like it was all over the place. The first time that we both kind of heard it, I think we were both kind of like this record. It kind of it's doing a lot, and it's kind of bouncing.
Mm-hmm.
But my second listen allowed me to come away with a different opinion, which is still that the record is good, but I'm starting to see the vision with the track lists and the changing and all the different genres. There was just a lot being thrown at you because I see Capstan as one band that does one thing and they do that thing well, and they do that on this record, that post-hardcore. They do a lot of that, but they are also doing so many other different genres. There's a lot of slower songs on this record because one of the main themes that we came away with in the interview is that this record, a lot of it is talking about love, so it makes sense that there are a lot of slower cuts on this record. So not knowing what to expect going into the record the first time, I was like shocked when there was not just one slow song. There is multiple. There's a few in a row, and it's like, all right, man. But they keep the pace going. Overall, I enjoyed the record a lot. It flows super well. It is, as I said, it is super long. It is 18 songs. The last track is 10 minutes long, but I think they did a record this long well. Um, you
I
know,
agree. Yeah.
aside from the first listen, as I said, I think the pacing is very good, and I do like that they have such drastic switches, because it, in this day and age with the attention span, it's like, how are you going to grasp someone if they are checking you out for the first time and this is what they see? Well, they're showcasing what they do, what they've been doing, what we know them for, and then also the softer side of the band, and a bunch of genres in between, and it allows for this experience of like, I don't know what's going to come next, so it keeps you drawn into it, which is something that initially scared me and is now something that I've come to appreciate.
Damn right.
I really like Undertow as well, because the throats on there, and we're fans of that band. I also like Heart to Heart with the Belmont feature, but yeah, and then I also like Haley and Bloom and What You Want and Jewel, and I can keep going on and on. But all over the place with this record, I enjoy a lot of the songs. There's no songs on here where I'm like, God damn it, hit the skip button. Because even the 10-minute long song starts out and then builds and is like an album experience within a song, because it is so long. Overall, I think that this is an incredibly solid record. I hope people check it out and don't get too daunted by how long it is, because I know Gloria and I had that exact same reaction the first time we saw how long the record was.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
We were like, oh boy.
Yeah.
What'd you guys get up to?